Okay, hey everybody, today I'm going to be doing a video on how to tie a woolly booger. This version of it is very similar to most. I feel I've done a few different things than what I learned how to do it from, and it's just a little bit different. So what you're going to see in just a second, you're going to see the video come up, so I'm going to go ahead and get that started right now. I'm going to do, first I'm going to show you what things you're going to need to tie it, and get into the actual tying of it. So first thing you're going to need is you're going to need your hook. This is a Mustad 1/0 hook, and it is an extra long shank. The next thing you're going to need a pair of hackle pliers, and you'll see that these come in handy later on. You'll need a vise. You don't need the hackle pliers, but they really do help. Some scissors, some fly head cement, a piece of chenille, a hackle in an olive color, and then your piece of marabou. And also you're going to need your bobbin loaded with some olive string. What I'm doing here is I'm putting my hook into the vise, and then I'm just going to start wrapping on the thread. I'm going to start almost at the front. I'm going to end it just before the bend in the hook. So here, why you see me keep you'll see me keep pulling it down, kind of stretching out the strings, because I didn't have my bobbin set perfect, so the string wasn't coming out very smoothly. That's on me. I should have stretched out the arms a little bit before I put in that certain spool. Now what you're going to do is I lined up my marabou on there. I didn't like how it was sitting, so I split it down the middle so part of it would lay on each side of the hook. Once you do that, you want about 1.5 to 2 inches hanging off the back. However far that takes up the shank of the hook. In this case, it went all the way up almost to the eye of the hook, which is good because you have all that room for it to be tied onto the hook, and it's going to be really sturdy whenever that's the case. And then, so I wrapped this on. I did a lot of wraps on this. And then I'm going to go all the way back to the back before I tie on my hackle. In just a second, I'm going to talk about the chenille and the hackle. You can use different colored hackles. I've used tan before. Tan looks really nice on these woolly boogers, especially use the chartreuse marabou. But I'm using an olive hackle this time just because that's what I like also. And that's honestly the first thing that I grabbed out of my box of feathers. So, what I did, and you're going to want to cut your chartreuse chenille just a little bit longer than your hackle, and you'll see why in a second. What I just did there is I trimmed up the hackle some so the thread would have a little bit more to grab onto. What I'm doing here, putting some wraps in front of it and behind it, just to make sure that it's all nice and secure in there. It'll be re-secured in a minute. And then I'm going to tie my chenille right there too. This one is going to come in handy to be a little bit longer one, so chenille will need a little bit extra so it'll grip on. And in the end, you're going to want your chenille to be what you actually put on your final tie with, not the hackle. After you tie on the chenille, what I could have done is I could have had and wrapped up to the front of the hook with my thread and then done these next steps, but I would prefer to do it. I think it makes it more sturdy to leave the thread there, and then after you're done doing these next couple steps, you'll see why. Right there, I just put the hackle and the chenille in the hackle pliers. I'm just going to twist it up. Whenever you're doing this, the top section of it will always be looser wraps than the bottom. That's just what happens. You can try to even it out like I'll do in just a second. You'll see me try to even it. It doesn't always work like that. This time it worked a kind of pulled out the hackle out of my pliers, but that's an easy fix. You just got to put it back in. Just keep wrapping it until you think it's good. I generally like the bottom to kind of start to twist up onto itself before I start to do my wraps around the shank of the hook, which is what I'm doing now. See in the back, they're a lot looser wraps than they are in the front. And then you'll see it just right there. And now, whenever you wrap it around, kind of some of the hackle kind of move out of the way, and it'll let you get down to that chenille. And that's really good because that chenille is going to be a little bit sturdier than the hackle, in my opinion. So even though they're all wrapped together and everything's all secured together now, I still like it. What you just saw me do is wrap all the way down um, from the back where I left my thread hanging, and I prefer to do that because those extra few wraps will add some extra strength to the whole fly, and it'll just it'll last a lot longer. Whereas if you put it underneath, it might come out later on. Trim off the excess chenille and hackle. Pull everything back. Just kind of wrap it all around the eye of the hook. You're gonna do a whip finish. You can use a tool. I prefer to use my hand, or my fingers, I guess. I'm not the fastest at this. Some people can do this extremely quickly. I'm really slow with this, but I still like how it ends up. And I'm gonna do this a total of 3 times. That just gives it a lot of security. You can be confident with it. You're never scared that it's gonna come out. It's just a really strong way to secure it. I'm gonna do this one more time just for good measure. I like these woolly boogers. They have a really nice action in the water. They're easy to cast. Here I almost kind of got the whip finish stuck on my finger. That was the last one I'm going to do. Just going to go ahead and cut off your thread as close as you can get it. Try not to cut off too many pieces of hackle. These flies are honestly, I don't like how they look. They're kind of ugly in my opinion, but you know, fish speak for themselves. So even if something's kind of ugly in your opinion, it doesn't mean that it won't catch fish. There, I'm just putting on a dab of fly head cement, and your fly's done. That's simple as that. One of the easiest flies to tie. You know. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to see more of these videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Anything helps. Comment what kind of fly you'd like to see me tie. I'm planning on doing a few more of these videos very similar to this one. Just, of course, different types of flies. Some that I've never really seen before. I'm sure somebody else has tied some that are similar, if not exactly the same. But I've never seen some of them anywhere else, and I'd like to share those. So, anyways, like I said, like, comment, and subscribe, and go catch some fish.